That is Carl Johnson, team manager for the Panthers. And Carl, delighted to see you here today, and delighted to see the Panthers back again. What is it, 3, 4, 5 years on the trot here? They've been a part of the Celebration of Speedway, and it's become a regular fixture for Peterborough here at the Paradise.
Yeah, it's a fantastic event. You only got to look at the people that turn out every year. So, you know, we're pleased to be here, and it's good for us, good for the sport. So it's great to be here.
Great to be here. Let's talk a little bit about the recent past, the 2017 season. I think fair to describe it as a real roller coaster ride for the club.
Yeah, it was up and down all season, but you know, it's not the way you start, it's the way you finish. We finished with 2 trophies, which is fantastic. You know, first time in 10 years that we've taken any silverware, so it was brilliant for the club. And you know, after all that we went through last season, it was really good at the end of the year.
Yeah, and we talk about true underdogs. The Fours, the Panthers were underdogs, and that knockout cup final against Ipswich, who came so close to winning the league championship themselves. There, it really was backs against the wall. Nobody expected the Panthers to do what they did, both in August at the showground and indeed in October in that cup final.
No, and you know, and I said to Chris and Richie after the away leg at Ipswich that Ipswich didn't deserve to lose the meeting or, you know, lose the tie. But you know, you have to take the opportunities when they arise, and we done that. You know, they obviously lost Rory and Danny in the final, and you know, it's not easy to overcome that, and you know, it's unfortunate for them, but brilliant for us.
People will be saying 2018, the Peterborough team here. There's certain things that we cannot say, but equally there are certain things that we can say about the team that's been put together. What can we say?
Well, we've got 5 riders. That's the start. Yeah, there's obviously certain things that we can't mention because it's still ongoing. But you know, we will have a team, and we will have a 1 to 7 hopefully within the next few weeks. And you know, it's just paperwork at the minute, and hopefully the people upstairs will see sense and you know, and allow us our 1 to 7.
I would just say what can be said is that there is a 1 to 7 subject to BSPA final approval.
Yeah, there is at the minute. We've put our team decks in, and we have got a 1 to 7, but it's obviously waiting approval, so we'll see.
Okay, early fixtures for the Panthers. We'll miss the opener for just a moment. We'll come to that in a sec. But obviously, some big meetings at the showground those first few weeks. Big local derbies against Lakeside and Ipswich. Those are big things to look forward to.
Yeah, every meeting this year is big, as it has been the last couple of seasons. But it's nice to have Lakeside obviously in our league this year, and gives us another so-called local meeting, which is good for us. And it's a different track. I'm sure you know, a lot of our boys have never been there, so they're obviously going to come up against a tight little slick place. So, but it'll be good. It's you know, it's good for everyone to get a variation in track. So makes the league slightly bigger. So we'll look forward to it.
And of course, the one that opens it is the Ben Fun Bonanza, Sunday the 18th of March, the start officially of the British Speedway season, the start of the showground season, and what a lineup that's coming together for that one.
Yeah, it's going to be a massive meeting. You know, we said that's what we wanted. We wanted a big opener, and I think we're going to get that. You know, obviously current world champion Jason in there, so you know, it looks like it's going to be a huge event for us.
It does indeed, a real kickstart to the Peterborough season. An incredible lineup being put together. Just have a look on the BSPA, the Peterborough websites for confirmation of that. Not just the world champion Jason Doyle, but so many more names as well. And of course, most importantly of all, one that should really put bums on seats and therefore money in the pocket for the Ben Fund, such an important charity.
Yeah, it's huge for the lads, you know. Obviously they go out every race and really put their life on the line, and you know, and it's when they're injured that they need this sort of spending, and you know, and that's why we agreed to do it. That's why, you know, a track does it every year, and
The Rockets finished such momentum at the tail end of the year. The big if, the what if, the Rockets had made the playoffs. So just that extra little nudge past pull into the playoffs. What do you think would have happened?
It was, you know, I mean, at the end it was taken a little bit out of our hands. So, you know, what happened to people in and, you know, we pulled them one way or another. So, you know, but we've done all the hard work right up to the end of the playoffs. So, like I said, you know, it was taken out of our hands and we lost out by a couple of points. We want to go down the same route again. Work with the pads. I feel like we've got our business.
a bit about the team you put to the Ladies and Word Association, but your thoughts on the key components of the side, and we'll start with Chris Bonner-Harris and also due here later on today, Scotty Nichols.
Yeah, I mean those two, you know, if you can really build with those two. I mean they've got the experience, you know, they're easy to work with, and you know, they're absolutely awesome with the youngsters, you know. So we've got heaps of experience in the team, and you know, you can't really buy that with money, you know. So the thing is, you know, and they all want to come here and be with us. So you know, I'm a very lucky man to have those guys on my side.
You are indeed. You mentioned Robbo, 25 years now in the sport. What is he like to have back again?
Oh, as long as you can get a nice cup of tea, you know, he's always happy. No, Robbo is awesome. You know, Robbo, you can send him out in any situation and he will give you 150%. You know, and it's the same with all the others. You know, we've got Edward back, which we're really pleased for. You know, you know, we all know what he can do around Rye House. You know, and you know, this year we're not having the pressure of being at number one. You know, it might have been a little bit overwhelming from last year, and unfortunately in this league it's such cutthroat. You know, we had to make the changes, and it was hard. You know, it was tough to do. You know, but you know, we still shook hands, and we were all happy, and he's back, so we could be over the moon.
Okay, two more names for you then, both due here today, Ben Barker and Max Clegg.
Well, you know, Ben is like Marmite, you know, some people love him, some people don't like him. We absolutely adore him, you know, he's great to be in the pits, you know, he's a firecracker, you know, he's the same thing. You know, you can send him out in situations where you can't send many people out. And, you know, if I say to him, this has got to be done, he will try 150% to do it. And, you know, people should respect him for that. And, you know, we absolutely love him down at Rye House, and that's why he's back. And the same with young Max Clegg, you know, I mean, he's sort of been dealt a little bit of a tough card this year because he was supposed to be at Lakeside as well, but unfortunately, you know, that didn't work out. But on the other hand, he's signed for Stoke, so he will be riding a lot, and, you know, with the right sort of guidance, the boy, you know, can do a lot of damage. We've seen that, what he's done for Wolverhampton, so, you know, he's going to be an important part in our team.
back into Reading as well as reminiscing about the Anders Michnik and other eras?
Well, that's our main thing, yeah. We've got a lot of history, as everyone knows, but yeah, the future is the SDL for us at the moment. Obviously, we're looking into other options and other needs and tracks, etc. So, yeah, there's a lot for us to do.
Well, you're riding at Eastbourne at the moment. The SDL trophy is behind us as well, and well, the trophy itself and the fact that it keeps the race's name online is just so paramount here.
That's what it's all about, keeping the race's name going, and the team, everyone's been fantastic. The riders and the fans, just keep it going, really, keep the races going.
What's the squad you're assembling for 2018?
We've got a team, a squad at the moment. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to tell everyone. Yeah, we've got Dan Gilks, riding number one. We've got Reece Laker, young lad, Carl Roberts, William O'Keefe, Stephen Whitehouse.
Reece Laker?
Okay, but that's the immediate future, but the long-term future is about getting the sport back into the Berkshire town, and we've seen it with other drives. It took forever, but Birmingham came back into action, Leicester came back into action, Rhinehouse came back into action. There really is a dream to force through here.
I'll tell you, it's a dream, but hopefully it will come to reality. We're not doing it just for one year, Eastbourne, we want our own track, and that's our dream, and hopefully we'll get there.
Best of luck for that. Good luck for 2018 as well.
Thank you very much.
Fans from around the area, especially for sure. And of course it is an exciting 2018 to look forward to. A step back into the top two divisions with a team in the SGB Championship, and one I know you're really excited about and looking forward to.
It is a fantastic team. I think we've been very lucky to get the riders on board so soon. Gave our fans that security of knowing that we had a fantastic top two, bottom two, middle three. So we're very happy with the team we put together, and can't wait for the 30th of March against Ipswich.
Yeah, I know doing the sums there on hands and fingers was Ben Morley there to know where he sat in that ranking there. But you talk about the top two, I mean, Nick Morris, League Riders Champion, and Richard Lawson, awesome Richard Lawson, who certainly knows his way around this circuit for the last few years. What a top two to have there.
I think it's the best top two in the championship. We'll wait to be proved otherwise, but we're very, very fortunate to have acquired Nick from Swindon, and as you said, Richard knows his way around Lakeside, and he feels like he's one of ours. He wanted to come and ride for us, and we're delighted to have him.
And hidden in the engine room is the Shrewster Ben Morley. Good to have him back.
Outstanding. I mean, part of our business model is to have local riders riding for us, and with Ben and Alfie both out, as it turns out now, we've got two of those that tick that box, and I think that gives our fans people to really engage with, and Ben's just brilliant around Lakeside. 8 or 9 points, what do you think?
We think so. Do you agree, Ben?
We did a bit.
Pardon? Do you agree? 8 or 9 pointer?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, the more points the better.
For sure, and you are the local guy alongside Alfie Bow in the side, and I know that brings you so much closer to the public and the fans.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I rode with Alfie last year, so, you know, we're good mates and that, so, and to be fair, the whole team, so, you know, we all know each other around and that, so, yeah, really looking forward to it.
Yeah, just how high do you think the Hammers can fly?
As we can go.
As we can go. Just coming back to you as well, now, Mark here, you mentioned home opener against Ipswich, obviously in terms of team competition. Before that, you've got the Rico Spring Classic, and of course those associated with Lakeside, those associated with the sport as a whole, know what such a sad loss that was a few years ago there, and just so important to keep the memory of Lee Richardson alive and to celebrate his life in this way.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Lee was, I have to think, a slightly reluctant hammer to start with when he first came, because he never made any bones that he didn't really like the track, but he embraced it as the true professional he was. He's a massive miss to Lakeside. We miss him every day, from the top of the club to the bottom, and we will continue to remember him in the best way that we can.
And it will be an opportunity that night to see the Hammers, maybe not as a team, but all the individuals there for the first time, but also a fair sprinkling of stars from around the league as well to celebrate him.
We hope to have riders that really want to celebrate Lee's life with us. There are 1 or 2 other competing meetings on that day, which hasn't given us the full range of opportunities for riders, but we will undoubtedly put on a very attractive meeting and you know, we expect people to turn up in their thousands.
The other particular important item that has been known to us is the, I don't know if you can all see the trophy down here, this big porcelain trophy which came from the 1970 World Final in Poland. That was when he became the only rider who has ever won 3 world titles in a row. The family, they all really wanted to keep that because they kept a lot of his personal possessions, but they decided they couldn't work out a way that each of them could have it. Only Julie could have it, or Debbie could have it, or Kim could have it. So they turned around and said that what Ivan would have wanted was to go on display and to be open and available for the public, the fans. That he spent a lot of his time in England. He came over for the second time in '63. That he stayed there until he retired. He loved England. He loved living in England. And he had a great, even though a lot of you may not have realised, he did have a great affection for British fans because they gave him so much, they supported him over the years, and he absolutely loved his time here. Also, I don't know whether he's here at the moment. Is Jim home here? Yeah, the Jim who was Steve's father. Jim was in fact probably the longest standing friend of Ivan's that there is in this country, because Ivan and Ray, when they first came over in the 50s at Wimbledon, actually stayed with the home family. So it's nice to have Jim and Steve here as well to see this. And also, later on, a gentleman called Brian Crawley will be talking about he's launching a campaign to have Ivan's memory honoured. And Ivan used to live in a road called Chester Road up in Bramall in Cheshire. They're now building a new housing estate opposite, and Brian is leading a campaign to have a road, either Major Avenue, Major Road, Major Close, or whatever, named after him. So I know that Brian has some leaflets, so if any of you can collect and help in the campaign, it would be appreciated.
Okay, thank you, Peter. You have the scissors. Time to do the honours.
All the best, right?
A celebration of the greatest speedway rider of all time, and it really is an appropriate tag to give to the 6-time world champion, Ivan Mauger.
Here. Are we going
Yeah, right. That wriggles. What do you think?
Got stuck in his nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember them lads? I'll lift up to them on Exeter. We've got national taste.